What about India?
Ooh, India.
You know India?
India, totally. Love India.
What if I told you that India, a country that has faced huge problems, has not only overcome them, but has also become a big player in the world? What if I told you that India now has the 5th largest economy globally and is doing it with style? How did this happen? In this video, we'll explore the amazing growth of India's economy, pointing out the clever plans used, the progress in digital technology, the important part played by the BRICS group in India's success story, and the special relationship with Russia. Are you ready to discover the incredible journey of India and how this country is creating a new way forward for itself and its friends around the world? Welcome to Market Economy, the top place for learning about new economic possibilities through the eyes of the BRICS countries and growing markets.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
In 2022, India's economy surpassed the United Kingdom's, becoming the 5th largest globally, with a projected growth rate of 7.2% in 2023, despite global challenges. The strong demand from its vast local markets has contributed to this remarkable growth. The World Bank's report titled Navigating the Storm highlights India's economic strength and growth, which is faster than most major emerging markets. The report also suggests that India's banking system is in good shape and that private sector investment is expected to increase in the next year, making India a bright spot in the Asian business and investment world. India's manufacturing sector has also shown impressive growth in 2023. With a score of 57.8 points on the S&P Global Compiled Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index, PMI. This growth happened because business conditions improved at their quickest pace in over 2 years, with new orders and output increasing.
We can't overlook the amazing progress in India's information technology field, a huge area now valued at $150 billion. Keep in mind that India isn't just about call centers, but a strong player in software creation, creative startups, and new ideas. So, what's the secret? It's not a shock that India has a large number of talented people with STEM skills, boosting the nation's tech power. The Indian Institutes of Technology, top engineering schools known worldwide, serve as the main source of the skilled workers driving this fast-growing industry. And guess what? Indian business people, many with experience in Silicon Valley, are more and more excited to make a real impact working on projects that can save lives and protect our planet. With such a remarkable population and plenty of skilled engineers, India is well on its way to being a major global tech center. Watch out, Silicon Valley.
Panic now! I repeat, panic now!
India is focused on making business easier by simplifying rules and using digital technology. In 2022, the government simplified, streamlined, and digitized 33,000 rules, while India's global ranking in trade improved from 146th place in 2018 to 68th in 2020. This improvement resulted from initiatives such as paperless systems and better risk management, which helped reduce time and cost for traders. Additionally, ongoing reform efforts through the Business Reform Action Plan, BRAP, since 2014 have contributed to a better business environment across India, with the BRAP 2020 including 301 reform points covering 15 business regulatory areas, such as access to information, single window system, labor, environment, land administration and transfer of land and property, utility permits, and others. 118 new amendments were included to further augment the reform process.
Great business strategy.
We should remember that India joining the BRICS group has made a big difference for the country's economy and socio-political landscape over the last 10 years. But what does this mean for us? The BRICS connection is not just about buying and selling things. It has made new chances in technology, farming, and power, and made the countries in the group closer. Don't forget, we live in a world where these friendships are very important.
It's good to have connections.
BRICS is a group of 5 major emerging economies, namely Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Established in 2009, the alliance has grown to represent almost half of the world's population and plays a significant part in the global economy. These countries were predicted to become major global players in the 21st century, thanks to their rapidly growing economies, large populations, and increasing global influence. India is a key member of BRICS, having the world's largest population and the third largest economy by GDP at purchasing power parity. India's participation in the alliance covers various areas, including supporting the New Development Bank and the BRICS Contingent Reserve Arrangement Pool, contributing to economic growth and sustainable development, and participating in joint projects with other member countries.
India joining the BRICS group brings a big benefit: more trade and investment with other member countries. India has been looking to work with countries outside its usual Western partners. In 2019, a huge 20% of India's total trade was with BRICS countries. China, the main trade partner in this group, has a strong relationship with India. Together they have done great work, especially in developing new renewable energy technologies. But the benefits of India being part of BRICS are not only about money. Their cooperation goes beyond just economy.
So you are doing a good job.
India's influence in the international arena is growing as it seeks to support the rest of the BRICS members in reforming global governance institutions such as the United Nations Security Council, International Monetary Fund, and the World Trade Organization. India's efforts aim to create a multipolar world where no single power can dominate global affairs. In the current geopolitical landscape, India is emerging as a reliable partner in the face of faltering West-China relations. With its strategic location in the Indian Ocean region and its growing maritime strength, India is well positioned to play a crucial role in the global power struggle.
As these events happen, the long-standing friendship between India and Russia is growing stronger than ever, going beyond the limits of past agreements on space research and military teamwork.
The strengthening of the India-Russia relationship is evident in the increasing trade between the two countries. The Indian Ministry of Petroleum announced that Rosneft, Moscow's top oil company, signed a deal with the Indian Oil Company to increase crude oil supplies to New Delhi. Furthermore, Russia's oil exports to India have surged nearly 22-fold since Western sanctions were imposed. India has also been purchasing large quantities of oil from Russia, paying in dirham and Russian ruble, potentially undermining the dollar's dominance. As Europe increases sanctions, India will become even more central to the global oil map, even because it purchases cheap Russian oil and refines it into fuel for Europe and the US, bypassing de facto the sanctions with the official endorsement of the buyers. Russian pipe producers also are ready to join the construction of the Afghan part of the Tapi gas pipeline, which will transport natural gas from Turkmenistan to Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India. This pipeline is expected to promote trade, cooperation, peace, and security among the four nations, while providing long-term energy security for over 1.5 billion people. India's growing significance in global oil markets and its interest in Arctic resources further emphasize the strengthening of the India-Russia relationship. The two countries have shown mutual interest in increased bilateral cooperation in the Arctic, with India keen on utilizing the commercial benefits of the Northern Sea Route and diversifying its supply routes with Arctic oil and gas. As global warming and technological innovation make the Arctic region more accessible, countries like China, India, Japan, and South Korea have been attempting to exert influence over Arctic governance. Russia's motives for encouraging Indian presence in the Arctic include diversifying its investor portfolio, avoiding over-reliance on China, and strengthening defense and strategic ties with New Delhi. India's Arctic engagement is also motivated by securing Russian commitment to the North-South Transport Corridor, or INSTC, and concerns over China's increased Arctic presence. India's cooperation with Russia in the Arctic is also linked to their growing space collaboration. Cooperation with India is also less prone to international scrutiny, especially from the United States. The increasing cooperation between India and Russia in the Arctic has the potential to benefit both countries significantly. Russia has abundant Arctic resources that India can utilize, while India has the necessary expertise and technology to help develop these resources. The two countries can also benefit from increased trade through the Northern Sea Route, which could provide a faster and cheaper alternative to traditional trade routes.
All right, that's the end of our look at India's important role in the BRICS group and how it has helped the economy grow and change their society and politics. If you want to learn more, we have a detailed video here that will catch your interest and show you some surprising facts. If you liked our smart review, please click that like button and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with the latest news on world economies and big changes right here on the Market Economy channel. We are excited to know what you think, or if you have any questions about India's involvement in the BRICS group, please leave a comment below and let's keep talking about this important topic. So let's watch and see what's going on with India and the BRICS group. This story isn't finished yet, and it's important for us to know how these changes are making the world different. Remember, knowing more makes you stronger, and being informed helps you stay ahead. See you next time. Bye.